clearly the most powerful man in the world's most corrupt country, which made him the biggest devil in that particular form of hell. And you might say, well, what did he gain for his trouble? And I can tell you what he gained. It was that every single person around him lied about absolutely everything all the time. He had no true friends. He just had sycophants who wanted to be near a bully. He distrusted everyone. He had contempt for everyone, of course, because he was so terrifying that people conducted themselves atrociously around him. He engaged in a variety of quasi-genocidal enterprises. He was a murderous thug, and he ended up likely murdered. And, you know, it isn't obvious to me at all that any of that constitutes success. And so that's the typical outcome of strategies that are based on power. It's not advisable. Now, you can think about this in your own life, you know. Maybe you've used instrumental and manipulative means to get to where you want to go, and maybe you think that's necessary. But I would say you don't want to have a marriage where the fundamental relationship is one of power, where one of you is a tyrant and the other's a slave, and maybe you alternate roles, but there's no reciprocity or mutuality there. There's no genuine love and regard. There's just force. And you certainly don't want friendships that are predicated on that presumption. You want to be around people who want to be around you, not people that you forced or otherwise enticed or manipulated into being around you. And then on the business front, many of you are very successful, and those of you who are properly successful know perfectly well that the way that you establish a business that has a good probability of surviving into the medium and long term is to make contracts with the people that you work with that are to your mutual benefit, right? So your interests are aligned so that you're thrilled to be working together, and then to offer your customers genuine service and value for the money. And none of that's about exploitation, and none of that's about power. It's a completely different ethos. And so you might ask yourself, well, if you're going to characterize the ethos that isn't power, that unites people, that stabilizes them psychologically and provides for social unity, how would you characterize that? And